Well, hi YouTubers. Okay, I'm back with a 365 100 books, and this is an independent book, independent publishing, soulpublishing.com. Okay, and it's called How to Be a Kosovan Bride by Naomi Hamill. Okay, now I read the blurb on the back. It's actually a bit long, so I'm just gonna cut some of it. Oh, here we go. The Kosovan bride embraces centuries of culture to become the Kosovan wife. The path of her life predetermined by tradition. The returned girl, having failed a virginity test, faces a long road that could not be more different. A short history of one of the world's youngest countries is illustrated through the stories of the Kosovan wife and the returned girl, intertwined with threads of Albanian folktale haunting bitter memories of the war in the Balkans. The sinister undercurrents of Albanian blood feuds underpins a story about the horrors of armed conflict, the nature of tradition, and hope for the future, as new life emerges from the darkness. This book is just too good. I actually read this in a day. I read this on like a long tube journey, like going back and forth, and it is just an astonishing debut novel. This is extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. For a debut novel, Naomi Hamill's just grasp on the traditions and the culture. Now, I've got to confess, I didn't know much about Kosovo. Okay, I even pretend that I do now. I do remember growing up being impressed that there was a civil war going on and there was a lot of conflict. But I decided didn't want to look up on anything of it whilst I was reading. I just wanted to kind of keep this to the book, and it is just extraordinary about these two women. Obviously, the Kosovan bride is kind of plucked from before she even finishes school to become the Kosovan wife, and her life is, as I said before, is predetermined. She's now to be the wife, the mother. Okay, and just little things, okay? Just little things, okay? Like, this is when she has a child, and she's determined that her children, as she grew up during conflict, she's determined that her children will not suffer the same, okay? Here we go. Her husband likes his son. He wraps him in an Albanian flag, photographs him on his phone. One day he places a toy gun by his side, and something in her wants to tear it away before the photograph can be taken. Of course she laughs like everyone else, says, yes, 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 he'll be brave and a fighter. Yes, yes, of course, a nation breeds strong, valiant men who will never be struck down. Instead, she prays for peace for him. May he never have to hold a gun, she prays. May he never have to see a friend killed in war. May he never know what it is like to flee for your life. Alone with her baby feeding him, she whispered old Albanian folk tales as she rocks and soothes, but never those which talk of war. Instead, she whispers words of love deliberately in his ears. Peace, she coos. Kindness, she sings. Gentleness, she murmurs. Reconciliation, she prays. Exactly. She's determined that the next generation will not suffer how her previous generation has. However, she's also so in tune with her culture and her history that she also kind of wants to write them all down. She wants to kind of put these words into action. This is a story about these two women, the returned girl, okay, who are kind of love their countries, but they move in different directions. And with the returned girl, okay, her marriage failed due to she failed the virginity test, okay, and she's returned back to her family. Now she's got to forge a new career, a new life, a new path, because she cannot be a Kosovan wife. She has to be the returned girl. Now, what's insightful in this is that these women aren't named until towards the end, which kind of gives them a kind of like an everyone quality about them. They could be, these are stories that these two women are kind of archetypal in a way, but also kind of universal too, you know? Especially regarding nations which are new and flourishing, and when something has happened to your country and so it's forging a new direction, what about the traditions? There you go, a good thing. There you go. Page 35, How to Have a Kosovan Dream. The return girl is 18 and bold and bright, always in competition to get the best marks in her class. There are 3 of them who fight for this position, and more than often than not it is her. Particularly good at English. Even though there are 45 in her class, there aren't enough seats, and so usually she can't sit down. It is her favourite lesson, and she loves learning all about the simple perfect and the past perfect simple, and the proper nouns and the modal verbs. But mostly she likes the photograph textbook with the pictures of Big Ben and the Tower of London, and she dreams at night of going on the tube and getting lost in the twisting colourful lines of the tube map. The colours wrap her up so safely, the lines excitedly spin her round. She vows one day, if she ever gets to London, she will ride every tube line from top to bottom, from left to right. from corner to corner until she's been everywhere. She doesn't understand why everyone in London does not do this. That kind of thing. So the return girl has this obsession with London. London is kind of her goal, her dream. She wishes to see London, the beauty of London. And now, obviously, Londoner. Yeah, accidentally gave that one away. Being a Londoner, I don't even think about it. I don't even look at the tube map and think, wow. I just look at the tube map and think, dig old Piccadilly looks hellish today. That's it. So she has this dream. She wants to travel. She wants more. It's kind of like she failed in one aspect, so she's going to put all her determination into another. But as this book moves forwards, it's obviously the idea of womanhood at a time where you're trying to forge your own path, keep to the traditions, and kind of change your aspect. And for the Kosovan bride, she starts to write about her culture, her history. There's like a folktale kind of running through the book that I don't want to spoil. But this part here, page 131, page 131, how to annoy your husband, okay? She's taken to writing and drawing in the afternoon while the children play. She started in secret, taking the notebook down and placing it carefully as she could, but now she's asked him and he's given her permission. She thinks he sees the greyness in her face. She thinks she doesn't want to be married to a corpse. She photographs a picture she has drawn with some of her story, and she posts it onto Facebook. 52 likes straight away. They comment, amazing, I love it. I didn't know you were a writer. Brilliant, my kids would love this. She has 5 new friends request quickly and she accepts. Well, I've seen her work on another friend's page and she begins to wonder, can I do this? Can I do this? When he is home, her husband is fuming. When we were engaged, we sorted out your Facebook contacts, and now you're accepting requests from men you don't even know. I let you do what you want, and this is how you repay me. Why do you embarrass me like this? It was just my work, she said. Just my work. I didn't think there were any men. I didn't think to look. No more work, he says. No more writing. It just causes trouble. She realizes her hands are shaking. I have to. Don't be stupid. What do you mean you have to? I have to do it. Not anymore. Takes her notebook and her pens and they are thrown into the bins outside. She says nothing. She does not speak. I'm not looking for another man, she says. I just want to write my stories and draw the pictures. That's what I want to do. You're a mother, she says. That should be enough. Why are we not enough for you? That 2-page chapter sums it up perfectly. The thing is, back in the day, back during the war times, if you're a woman, okay, being a wife, being a mother, that was it, okay. But now, obviously, she has 2 children. She wants more. But obviously, it's the kind of traditions. The traditions of being the Kosovan wife, okay, are conflicting with her actual dreams and ambitions. All she wants to do is write and draw and kind of also pay respects to her culture, and yet her husband isn't happy with it, okay. Realistic stories, okay. That's a real situation obviously going on in the Balkans when this obviously book came out. So, and then you have pushing towards modernity. You have the returned girl, okay, who is at university now, and she is just walking around town and it's just observations. Mainly it's what people are wearing in Pristina that she likes. There's an air of modernity about the town, which seems like a confidence that no one in their own town seems to have. The people wear clothes that are different. They walk with a sense of entitlement. In my town, she thinks everyone is so grateful. Here she notices they feel it is their right to be alive, their right to belong. There are men in brighter suits and sunglasses off to business meetings. There are women who have bought their clothes in European chain stores. They're internationals, and look, they are glad to be here. Not forced into a war zone or just feeling sorry for them. They actually look like they enjoy living here. Got it. Also, symbolism plays quite nicely in this book too. Now, the Return of Girl's favourite statue in Pristina is a statue of a newborn. Okay, it's a newborn statue. Okay. Here we go. Her favourite place is to stand is a newborn statue. It is chunky and bold and just been painted with the flags of all the countries that have recognised Kosovo as a country. She has a picture taken there many times, enjoying being part of the youngest country in the world. She's also been there alone in the late afternoon when most of the onlookers moved away, and she sits curled up in the middle of the giant O. It feels to her like she's being cradled, a baby again. It's like a newborn herself, sorry. I love that set. Just the idea, okay, with a statue kind of being symbolic of a new country. And obviously, these two women, okay, not transport here, okay, but they do kind of interconnect further along the lines. And I had that moment of what if moment. What if each other's lives turned out differently? What if one has the modernity and the freedom, but the thing is, the returned girl may have freedom and she's travelled and do what she wants with her life, but also she's kind of stepped outside the traditions expected of her in the culture, and she can't go back again. It's kind of gone to an outsider, okay? Then you've got the Kosovan wife looking at the return girl like she has it all. A moment of what if, which other life is better, tradition or modernity, the traditional or this brand new world. Yeah, I will give. I don't want to spoil anything, really, I haven't already spoiled. But I want to give Naomi Hamill some serious respects for this book. It really kind of threw me into this world of these two women. And I absolutely adored it. So, here we go. How to Be a Kosovan Bride by Naomi Hamill. I absolutely loved it. And I hope you all love it too. So, here we go. So, anyway, this is 100 book sign off here. Happy trails, YouTubers. And bye now.